We would do fortnightly payments, ideally via Wise or something like that.
Yeah, Wise is good for me.
Yeah. You would work the 2 weeks and then get paid 600, work 2 weeks, then get paid 600. And then the bonuses would be paid once the client pays us. We would say, cool, Monir took care of that one, send in the bonus. Essentially, you would be in charge of running the lead gen system for our agency. We've got a system that it's not quite in place. There are a few things that need to be done, but we've got all of the whole system laid out in a series of videos.
Okay.
Where you explain what's done. Essentially, it's very simple. In essence, essentially, you're going to be researching, for example, let's say painters in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Is the first category. So you would start in each city. So, for example, Sydney is the biggest city in Australia. We would search for Sydney painters, and then we would then go after people who are, on the second page of Google. We take a screenshot of their website, get their contact email, and we write them an email, a custom email, with a screenshot attached saying, hey, essentially we've got a script there that you can send over. But the way Gmail works, you have to change if you actually write the email, because obviously the biggest issue is hitting the spam box.
Yes.
Right? So in order to avoid hitting the spam, you've got to customize the email a little bit. You've got to do a couple of other things. And we also use a couple different email addresses as well to make sure we're not sending, more than 20 emails per hour, which triggers Google or Gmail to think, that they're sending spam emails.
Got it.
It's very simple. You would essentially just need to, like I said, go through the videos. Everything's laid out, exactly what we need done. You work with a Google Sheet to keep track of what's going on, what industries you've targeted in what locations. And then as you're sending out the emails, you would just screenshot the email that you send and then write down the client's or the potential client's details in a sheet. And that way we know you've contacted them. We can see the email, who you've contacted, and you can kind of manage who you've contacted. Then, once they respond, you would then forward that email over to me, their response. And from there, I put together a custom-made Loom video showing them exactly what we can do for the business and take over things from there. Once the client signs with us, that's where you would get a commission.
Okay.
So we'll have the idea here is it's a flat salary of 1,200 Australian per month, then $75 bonus per client that signs. So if you get 4 clients to sign in a month, which is completely reasonable, that's an extra $300 for you right there. So the more clients that sign, the more money that you make. That's uncapped. If you sign 10 clients per month, great. You're going to end up with $750 extra per month.
That's great.
It's just really important that you do it properly. You take the time. You don't rush. That you're customizing the emails to make sure they don't go to spam, and that your English is great. That we're not making that everything reads well, and that it will be well received by the person that ends up opening the emails.
I got it. So everything is going to be manual. You're not going to do anything automatically.
No, everything manual. Yeah. This lead gen system is actually a system that a friend's agency used to scale their business up. Okay. They've gone through, and now they've got a massive sales team of like 15 people using this exact formula. So it's been trialed, this exact thing, selling Google ads. It's been trialed before. We know it works. It's just about making sure that it's done properly. We're looking for somebody for long term. If it goes well and you're bringing in a lot of clients, we would then hire a second person. You would get a pay increase, and then you would continue working the job. You would train the second person, and then you would kind of oversee what they're doing. So there's room for you to grow into a position where you're earning even more money. There's complete growth possibilities there for you, because I know that's obviously important for you. You don't want to be working a dead end thing where you're not, progressing.
Yes.
That's what I would love to see. Ideally, we have a team of VAs, and you would be at the top, and you would be managing, overseeing them, and you would be making more money from doing that. That's the long-term plan. So if you're cool with that and you're down with the idea of it, you're comfortable, we could have you kick off next Monday. We would do fortnightly payments, ideally via Wise or something like that.
Yeah, Wise is good for me.
Yeah. So you would work the 2 weeks and then get paid 600, work 2 weeks, then get paid 600. And then the bonuses would be paid, because if the clients are coming in, in between payment periods or whatever, once the client pays us, we would say, cool, Monir took care of that one, send in the bonus. And we're obviously completely transparent with that. If a client signs with us,
that's going to be right away, or in the next
so we'll do that. We'll do that right away. So as soon as the client signs and pays us, we go, okay, cool. Munir gets his bonus for that one, and we'll send that via Wise, or we could do it. We could do it. Send it the same day, or if you wanted to, you could be sent it at the end of each month, and that way you get a bulk payment at the end of each month for your bonus. It's up to you. That doesn't bother me.
Okay.
Yep.
That sounds great.
Okay. So let's kick things off next Monday.
Are you going to send me any kind of contract?
Yeah. So I'll send you over a contract that we have, as well as an NDA that we'll need to get you to sign off on.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. From there, what I would really love you to do, starting from next Monday. So it'll be 7-hour days. Take an hour break. I know it's hard to sit there and work 7 hours. I don't expect you to work 7 hours. Get up, go outside, get some fresh air, relax. Enjoy your work, because that's obviously really important. But let's get some results. It's beneficial for you to get results because you get a nice bonus, and it's beneficial for us to get results. So, it's 7-hour days, but take your time. Like I said, there'll be a sheet where you put through the client's information. So it'll be, their website, their location, their industry, and then also a copy of the email that you sent over to them, just a screenshot, so we know exactly what we said. After a period of about 6 to 8 weeks, if we don't respond for those people, we can send them another email. So there's only so many businesses in Australia, which is why we start with an industry plus location, and then we work through each location, each town in Australia. We work through every business in a Google results, everything past the second page. Once we've done that, we move to another industry, go through every city in Australia, every town in Australia, send those out until we get to the bottom. Then we start fresh again. The important thing to note that when the second time we're going over it, we're not just taking their email and resending them the same email. It's another email that's been custom written, and a reapproach with them. I know from speaking with my friend that often people they'll send 4 emails to people over the period of 6 months, and then after that 6 months, the prospect will turn around and say, okay, well, let's take a look into this. Let's book a meeting and let's sign them, which is why we keep sending the email. They might not agree to it on the first email that you send over, they might not even respond. But we know if we, give them some time, email them again, maybe a different person, maybe the business owner didn't see it the first time, or for whatever reason, we know that if we follow up, that
Okay.
there's a possibility that they will turn into a client.
And what time zone I'm going to be following?
Time zone?
Yeah, what time zone I'm going to be working?
Yeah, you work your time zone, man. You work your time zone. So you would work 9 to 5 Indian time.
9 to 5 Indian time. You mean 9 to 5 morning?
Your time.
9 a.m.
Yeah.
9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm not from India. I'm from Bangladesh.
Oh, okay. Bangladesh, yeah. It's the same time zone, no? No?
Uh, half an hour ahead. We're
Half an
just
hour.
half an hour ahead.
Yeah. So you work your time zone. Don't be waking up early. There's no need for you to. I'll be checking in with you, obviously, regularly throughout the day, see how you're going. If you've got any
Okay.
questions,
So there is no issue working in my time zone.
no.
Okay, that's great. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
no.
great.
For what you're doing, we don't need you to be working um, in our time zone.
Like right now it's 5 a.m. over here.
Yeah. So you've obviously gotten up very early. Yeah, that's good. Um, let's see how it goes working on your time zone.
Okay.
The only potential issue is if we're sending out emails like too late in your afternoon, it's like the nighttime for the business owner in Australia. So if we do a couple months and we find, hey, this isn't working well, then maybe we'll trial you working a little bit closer to Australian business hours, maybe 7 a.m. your time to
Okay.
you
Yeah,
know,
that's doable.
we'll find a middle ground because I know I don't want you to be waking up 5 a.m. every day. That's not good for anybody. So we'll kick it off next Monday. I'm going to send you over all of these training videos that go through the complete process.
Hmm.
There's a few things that you don't need to worry about. Like I've already made the multiple emails.
Okay.
Everything I've made, they're good to go. Are you familiar with like email warming up, where you warm up that email
I'm
address?
familiar. I'm familiar with Instantly. I worked on Instantly in the past, so I'm familiar with warming up the email.
Okay,
Yes.
great. So that would be something I would like to get you to do, warming up the emails, because I haven't done that yet. I believe I've got 4 set up already.
Okay.
Um, so we'll get those warmed up. If you do that on Monday in between training, like get that started in between watching the training videos,
Hmm.
then what I want you to do, I want us to be set up to scale and be set up for success. So I want you to closely watch the videos I send you, and I want you to create a processes list, essentially a checklist of everything that needs to be done with really well written English. You can use screenshots, include screenshots in the document. Essentially, what I want you to do is create that processes sheet for us to have for when we hire the second person that you would be in charge of,
Hmm.
that you can give them that processes sheet and then use that to train them. So we've got a list of everything that needs to be done. It's really nicely written. You can understand exactly what needs to be done. You know exactly what it is because you'll be working on the document, and you'll be able to take them through it and give it to them and take them through it and be able to get somebody trained up and get somebody working under you very quickly.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
Yeah. So that'll be kind of, the videos aren't long. You could watch them in half a day, spend half a day writing the process out. So we could take care of that Monday to Tuesday next week. Whenever you finish the process, you could send it over. I'll go over it, see if I've got anything to add to it or any ideas. And then probably Wednesday next week, we'd be getting you to dive into the actual email part of
Got it.
it and research part of it.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
Does that?
And I'll be working 5 days a week or
Yeah. So
3 days.
just Monday to Friday.
Okay. So 2 days off.
Yeah. Saturday, Sunday off. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Any questions on your end? Any concerns?
Mm, No, everything is clear.
Yeah, it's very straightforward. Um, I know it's annoying that it's not automated, that we're not doing any crazy stuff like that. But believe me, the my friend's agency, they are a massive agency. Like I said, they've got a huge um, lead gen team, and they've
Okay.
spent years and years trying to figure out a formula that works. They've tried to develop their own in-house software. They've
Hmm.
tried to use everything available, and they've scrapped all of that to go with this simple kind of more custom manual
Okay.
labor kind of idea behind it.
Oh, that's why they are not following any automated process.
That's right. Yeah, it's simply for this at least for Google Ads and in Australia, this is what is yielding the best result. Um,
Okay.
we'll lock it in. So we'll lock you in for a contract. We'll do 2 months where it's kind of probation.
Hmm.
If after the 2 months, you're not happy or we're not happy or we need to revisit the time zone agreement or, we're not quite getting as many leads as we'd like to, we'll come back to that and have a discussion about what we can do to improve things or where we'd like to go from there.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So this week I'm going to be getting some things together to shoot over to you. The contractor agreement, the NDA, and I'll also send you over the videos, and you can get into the videos next Monday.
Okay. I'll be waiting then. No worries.
Cool.
I'll be waiting for the contract and all those materials.
Yeah, cool. I'm going to set you up with an email address,
Hmm.
like our company email address. I'll send you over the details for that,
Okay.
and then you can log in and have your own email and everything. And I'll shoot you over the company email as well, and then you can have my email there if you want to reach out. We can communicate via email.
Okay, sure.
Perfect.
That'd be great.
Do you use Slack at all? Are you familiar with Slack?
I'm familiar with Slack. I used Slack in the past.
Yeah, cool. Once we get you set up with that email, I'll invite you to Slack and add you into our Slack channel.
Okay, that's great.
Cool.
Cool, yes.
All right. Perfect, man. All right. Well, you have a good week. I'll touch base with you sometime this week. If you have any questions or you need clarity on anything, or if you've got any ideas, anything, just feel free to reach out and we can chat.
Yeah, sure, definitely. I look forward to your email.
All right. Perfect, man. I'll talk to you soon, eh?
Okay, cool.
All right.
Have a great
Thanks
day.
a lot, man.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.